hello, hello, everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? So this one is not age restricted, guys. This is just natural over here. I made my rants on for quite some time. If you have not watched my last live stream, then you're in for a good run. Because I'm a person that tells you as it is. So let's let me get some drink. Breathe in and out. Okay. So understanding is what people need to open up to. It is not hard to understand another human being and fall through it. Sometimes it does get hard, it does get rough to understand a person. But you can't just always be like, yeah, maybe I can agree to disagree. Try your hardest to understand. After you try your hardest to understand, give your opinions. Give your opinions, guys. Opinions make a difference. Opinions make a big difference in life. Just because someone says something and they're like, well, I guess this is not, you made an opinion about a subject. Be open-minded about people's well-being as well. Some people have it really rough where they're so insecure about themselves. So you try to understand them and they're like, I just hate my body and my body's so fat. And, whenever that happens, guys, when the person tells you, I'm just so fat, and you can always reference you're not fat. Yeah, that's an easy way out, guys. That's so old-fashioned. Again, I've been through life so much that's just so old. Oh, well, you're not fat. That should not be the words coming out of your mouth in the first place. The words that if somebody comes to you and be like, oh, well, not comes to you, but they just say it out loud. I'm so fat. Understand the knowledge behind that. Think about their race. If they're Salvadorian, if they're Mexican, think about their genetics. Tell them the truth. You got to understand a person while telling them the truth. Tell them, well, you actually come from a genetic line where everybody is big bone. Big bone is a big thing for people and big structure. If they got a big torso, when they're so aggravated that they got a big torso and they're so inconsiderate of others, and be like, I'm just so fat. Again, tell them genetically, I think that you're just big bone. Genetically, I think that it is in your stream, in your genetics, that you came out like that. You look at their baby photos. Maybe if you do, a lot of people, have friends that come over and their family relatives have photos of them at their past. You see that they were big bone from like a young age. So you're telling me if you were 2 years old, you would say, I hate my body. Is that what you're telling me? Because now that you're like old as AF and like older, now you're saying you hate yourself. Again, understand someone to a certain extent, guys. To a certain extent, if a person is going through things, let's say they lost family, they lost everybody in their life. Oh, now they have nobody else, and you're trying to be friends with them, but yet they're like, no, I have no one. I have no one, but you're trying to be friends with them. Understand them. Just because you're trying to be friends with them doesn't mean that they accept you as a friend that's there. That doesn't mean that. Just because you put in your time and effort to be around that person while they're going through things doesn't mean that they accept you as a person, as a friend. Just consider that. Let's sink in. Understanding a person's personality as well, it takes an effect. A lot of people, they're like, you have the same personality as blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you got to learn to accept different types of personalities. Some people are very high, high maintenance. Should you stick around that person when they're high maintenance? Understand the person and understand why they feel so high maintenance. Like, what made them feel high maintenance? Like, was it your family? Was it not enough income? Like, was it mommy and daddy that made you feel like you're high maintenance? You cannot live in an apartment. You have to live in a big mansion. Was it, again, was it being poor or being rich that made that person be high maintenance? Because there's plenty of people out here in this world, so many scenarios, guys, so many scenarios that a person is poor as AF, doesn't get anything they want, and then finally they got a job. They're working to get whatever they can get. And then they're like, now they become high maintenance because they're like, now I can get my nails done, I can get my hair done, I can do this, I can do that. And they're becoming high maintenance because they could not do that in the past because their family was so broke. There's another theory too, where it's all like, well, the daughter comes from a rich family, the daughter or son comes from a rich family, so therefore that makes them high maintenance because they don't feel like they can drive a 1985 Toyota Corolla. They have to drive a Rolls Royce because, oh, I can't downgrade. There's no way. It is very interesting, guys. Life is full of interesting things. And that's what you got to consider. Take in consideration. Understand a person. Understand what people are going through. Understand the facts of life. Understand more about people. And you will see an outcome. You will see a better outcome. If you don't see anything and someone just says, I get high all day and I can't find a job. Yeah, be understanding, but at the same time, be like, I wonder why you cannot find a job and you got high all day. Like, am I a good friend to tell you that you're doing bad? Or am I a bad friend that telling you that you're doing bad for yourself? Am I a bad friend that tells you that you're getting high too much and you should quit back and so you can get a job and then maybe, provide for yourself to get high even more later in the future as soon as you quit? Like, am I a bad friend to say that? Or am I a good friend telling you knowledge? Like, there's a lot of mixed emotions these days for humankind, human society in general. Mixed emotions, just very mixed emotions. People don't know who I am either. They're confused. They're so confused. Everybody just knows me as like, oh, well, she's just annoying and she thinks she knows it all. And, I got something for you. You don't know it all. When I come up with different scenarios and different aspects in life, you better believe that I do know where I'm coming from. I'm a person that gives facts, and I'm not hurting at all. People also think, again, here's another theory. People also think you're trying to put down others and be negative towards others because you hate yourself. Now, I've been told that through my whole entire life, that I was just so negative, that I was so mean, I was so aggressive. It's like, wait a minute, let me take a step back. Am I so mean? Am I so aggressive because I hate myself? Let me take a step back. Half of that is true. I did hate myself at one point. After I stopped hating myself and started loving myself, I became with facts. Lots of facts. Lots of facts that people are like, okay, you make no sense. I don't want to talk to you. Those kind of facts. And it's like, then they don't understand me. They don't understand what I went through. They don't understand how I became this person that I am today. Just because I tell you that your car meet sucks doesn't mean that I hate myself so much that because I cannot do my own car meet. I have tried to do a car meet. And then I was like, whatever. I'm not even a person to have that many followers anyways. Like, that's what I said in the last live stream. Like, what's the deal? It doesn't bother me no more. Doesn't. Tossed that. I put it in the trash. Tossed it. Thought it's over. Thought it's processed. It was like, whatever. And you may think, oh, well, that's just, you're probably being so insecure. Is it really? Is it really? Am I being insecure about myself? That is a question for you, because that is a question that you have not involved in yourself, because you don't know human beings anymore. You have not took the time to understand the person that is in front of you. You're just assuming that that person hates themselves. That's all you're doing, is be like, well, I hear from other people that when people talk down about other people, they hate themselves. Deep down inside, they hate themselves. Is that the theory, guys? Is that the theory? Oh, man. Is that the theory? And you might be like, oh, this is reverse psychology, man. I can't understand this for anything. You just mind-boggled me. Well, let me see. You mind-boggled yourself. Because, hello, guys, understand a person's kind. You just jumped into this person's life, and now you're trying to understand them, and you're like, wait a minute, maybe I am doing something wrong. Now give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go refill my cup. I'm gonna stay here a little bit longer because I got some rants in me. I got a little bit of rants in me here. So I take into consideration where I know humankind, I know human nature, I know, like I said in my last live stream. Do you actually know? Am I old enough to know? Am I old enough to know no, no, and no? That is a question. That's a really good question. Am I old enough to know? I take in consideration a lot of people, a lot of folks, a lot of people in my life that have mixed emotions about me. Everybody has mixed emotions. Either I'm being too aggressive, or I'm just telling you as is, or I'm being a realist, or I'm just being so mean. Like, I hate to say this, but define mean. Can you define that? Can you define the meaning of me being mean? And people be like, yeah, because you're telling this because people you don't like you and you don't have any friends, so you're just self-reflecting off of other people, and you just don't have no friends, and that's why you're like this. So like, wow, that's a good theory, guys. That's a good theory. Because yeah, I don't have any friends. And yeah, I'm not self-reflecting because I don't have any friends. Same thing goes with kids. I literally can, well, let me say this into like a little bitty inf, but I can see a mass ash on TV at a school, and I wouldn't give any F's. Nope, wouldn't give any F's at all. And then like, it's because you're not a parent. That's why. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you for understanding. And I'm not a parent, so therefore, I don't care for those kids. Like, F it. And some people are like, ugh, ugh, ugh. Okay, you're just so heartless. And I'm like, wow, you really think? You really think? Huh. That is, I am shocked that you think that I'm so heartless. That is awesome. What gives you that idea? Like, when people start saying facts about me and they try their hardest to hurt me, and it's like, well, that is facts. I'm a person that literally will be like, yeah, you're right. You're right. And it goes dark after that. Whatever they say, it goes dark after that. And they're like, so y'all don't know how to take an honest opinion about my own self? Like, people, again, still think that I'm self-reflecting. There is no self-reflecting. I love myself to the max. I have learned to love myself, and they said that if you love yourself, you can love others. Is that really true? Is that really true? Because I don't know if that is true or not. And I may make a book about that, because that's not all the way true, guys. Because I love myself so much, I have become so confident in myself to where it's like, could I love another human being? And I'm like, nope. Mm-mm. Because I would be insecure of myself. I would start talking down about myself again. And I would be overprotective again. Oh, well, don't be that type of person. Just be open-minded when you're in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, be open-minded. Expect other people to talk to your person and not be territorial. Again, jealousy is there, but I don't define it as jealousy. I define it as territorial. Being territorial is so much different than being jealous. You know why? Because jealousy is something that you cannot have. You're jealous because you can't have it. If you're in a relationship, you don't have to be jealous because you have that person. It's not like you don't have it. You're territorial, not jealous. And how long did it take me to realize that? Was it quite some time, guys? Quite some freaking time. You're territorial about the person that you're with. It makes sense. You don't want to lose them. So you try to understand them and be like, okay, well, you're going with the guys. That is fine. But you're trying your hardest not to get overwhelmed about thoughts. That just goes on to a different subject. But yeah, understand a person is what it takes, guys. You need to open up to that. Open up to understanding a person's being and understand what they're going through, understand their opinions, what they're going through, understand their thoughts. If you don't understand them, they might not understand yourself. Yes, there is opinions. Will they understand your opinions? Just because, again, this goes to my last live stream, but you understand a person and then you tell them your opinions about something. And then what happens next? You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. Like, oh my God, I gotta go empty my cup. Be right back, guys. There's a dog barking in the back. Okay. And I'm talking on my own. I'm actually not talking to a person that makes my live stream even longer, because y'all know me, guys. If you like comment or whatever, I'll stay here a little bit longer. I'm actually doing this on my own. If you stick around for this whole entire video, I'm talking about, I've been here 24 minutes already. Then I think you deserve a golden star. A golden star, guys. Because literally it takes a toll on me for people not to understand other people. People all the time come in to a facility and they're disabled, meaning maybe they have ADHD, maybe they have tics. There's a lot of people that have tics. If y'all don't know what tics is, that means no, not a flea or a tick on a dog or a cat. I'm talking about a tic where people have a fidget. So they start being ticky, they fidget in a certain way, they start twitching in a certain way. Oh, well, you think that they're a freak because they're twitching? Or you got to respect them because they have a certain tic and they have something wrong with them. and their brain, their whole brain is messed up. Something happened throughout their whole life, or throughout the life that they have lived, that's making them tick, 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 maybe moving around in circles, talking to themselves. All the time I see this with homeless people. And I'm going to call this out. All the time I see this with homeless people. Homeless people, all they want to do is talk out loud and be like, oh, oh, oh. Why? To seem crazy. To seem crazy. Oh, don't fuck with me. Don't F with me. I'm loco to the moco. And I'm talking to myself, and I'm hearing voices in my head, and, just whatever. And so what do you do when a person starts talking to themselves and be like, oh, I see stars. Oh my God. They freak out right in front of you. What do? What would you do in that situation when a person, you're in a store, and the person next to you is just talking to themselves? Sometimes these days we cannot understand if a person is talking to themselves or talking on the phone. But if you see like a homeless guy or something like that, roll up on you and be like, do you see that? The stars. Do you see that? There's a demon. There's a demon. They start freaking out or whatever. What would you do in that situation? Would you be like, this freak? Or would you be like, where's the demon? Oh my God. You see him? And then you go along with it. If you went along with it, maybe you will call your own self a freak. Maybe you'll call yourself, I don't know. What would you call yourself? What would you call yourself? What would you do in that situation? Will you understand the person, what they're going through? They're going through some tics. They're walking back and forth, pacing back and forth. Would you understand them, or would you tell them that they're a freak and get the heck away from me and you such a freak? Just because you're disabled, you're a freak. Wow. Is that what society has taught y'all, guys? Is that what society has taught y'all? Because obviously y'all have no ideas on how life is. People don't go out much. People do not go out much. There's times that I have seen people where it's like, well, I went to a store, and the store did not have something, something that's supposed to be on their shelves, but they didn't. And then they start freaking out. And they're like, oh, they can't believe it. And they don't have this in stock. And this doesn't make any sense. And then they should have this in stock. And why is it time I come? And people freak out. We understand when they freak out. They're like, well, maybe that's just hot on the market, I'm a person that understands. Actually, you know what? This is a good example. My grandma, me, my dad, my grandma. No, that's wrong. That's wrong English. But my grandma, my dad, and I, we went to Ross. And of course, Ross is Ross. Marshalls is Marshalls, and Moss's is Ross. So you know what I expect? I expect long lines. I expect clothes on the floor. I expect those things. What my grandma did when we were going to a line, there was only one cashier. Oh, did she freak out? She freaked out. How can you have a big store like this and only have one cashier? This is ridiculous. We should go somewhere else. And I said to my grandma, do you not have any customer service? Like every single time you talk about customers and customer service, you say that you have understanding, but you don't have understanding. Understand that it is 2:30 in the afternoon. Understand People take lunches around 2 to 1:30, sometimes 3. Understand that maybe they don't just have enough staff. Understand that. If you understand that they were understaffed, maybe your brain won't be so freaked out. You're going at a Ross at 2:30 p.m. while people are out and about, where the parking lot is so full, and do you expect to have good staff? Come on. Expect the unexpected, guys. Expect the unexpected. So let's say for today, hold on, let me see. I'm ranting onto myself. I am literally talking to myself. Whoever's out there listens, thank you for joining, but I just feel like ranting to myself. Okay. Story time. Story time right here. Right here, right now. The sun is not even, I don't even know if it's setting yet. Story time right here, right now. So today, man, I'm here 31 minutes. Wow. Just wow. Like, no audience around me. I'm just talking. I'm just ranting. Okay, so here's what it is. I am a little bit sick, just a little tad bit. Like, I got a little stuffy nose, sore throat, a little bit of fever. So I need a soup, right? Of course, there's no Mexican restaurants around me, so I can't get a Mexican soup. So I'm like, you know what? There's a Chinese restaurant that I can give me some egg drop soup, because I love egg drop soup. So I had hurt my foot yesterday, and I didn't want to walk a lot. So I'm like, ugh, and my foot was hurting so much. So I was in the parking lot of the facility that I was going to get my food. This is a Chinese restaurant where I was going to get my food. So I was going to have me some sweet and sour chicken with the egg drop soup, with an egg roll. So I get to the parking lot, and then, I rest my foot, and I called. I'm in the parking lot, mind you guys. I'm in the parking lot, and I called, and I was just trying to see if it get ready, so that way I can go inside, come back, get in my car, and go. No answer. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to get out. I got out, the door was locked. I was like, wait a minute, why are they closed? Like, hold up. Why the heck are they closed? They were closed. So my next resort was the restaurant down, like literally 10 feet away. Like, I'm walking distance, guys, walking distance. So I'm like, ugh, see, don't get me crazy over here, but Vietnamese restaurant. It's hard to say that. And I walk in there, and I'm like, I know that they have soup, but these people eat some weird soup, so I don't know, man. Again, I grab the menu and look at the menu. The lady, literally, was like, what y'all? I'm like, what? I was like, wow, I guess I look Chinese. I don't know. Why is she talking to me in this language? And then she's pointing at the menu, and she's saying, "Oh, you want, yeah." And I'm all like, okay. There's an English barrier, that's for sure. So I'm trying to understand her. So I'm sitting there. I'm not sitting there. I'm standing there in front of her while she's pointing to the menu. This and this, this. They're good. They're good. And I'm like, huh? Okay, whatever you say. I said, well, I'm looking for a soup. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Me soup. And I'm like, okay, okay, lady, okay. And again, I should have recorded this because this was hilarious to me. Hilarious. So then I'm like, okay, all right, I'll take this soup. Oh, no, no, nothing, Jimmy, don't let me have that. I'm like, okay, you don't have this soup? No. I'm like, oh, okay, so you want me to take number one? Yeah, number one is good, it's good. Me cook, no English. So you're the only one here, man? Yeah. You know how these people are. They're really hyper and energetic and laughy. And it's like, you can't tell if they're serious or not serious. Or they're playing with you. So it's like, I'm having mixed emotions here with this person. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to understand you. I'm going to understand you. I said, what about, you don't have, since you're offering number one, you want this, can I have this one? Oh, no, you don't have that. I said, oh my God, you don't have that? And you have a shortage on water or something? Oh, I'm like, blink, 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 blink. I'm so confused. But I'm trying to understand her. So here I am, just like, okay, well, okay, lady. So I guess I'm being forced to take a number one because you don't have any staff, right? Yeah. Me, only me. No. I'm like, okay. And again, she's Vietnamese. So I'm trying to understand her. And she's talking to me in her language, which is, I guess, Korean or something. I don't know. She's talking to me in her language. And so I'm like, well, I get this a lot, but only in Spanish, not Korean. This is weird. So I'm like, I always get confused, like, oh, they start talking to me in Spanish, right? This lady's talking to me in Korean. And I'm over here like, blink, 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 blink. I don't know what to say. So I'm trying to understand her. I said, oh, yeah. And she's like, yeah. So once you start speaking their language, like, yeah, you gotta speak their language with the just like the Mexicans do and Spanish people do. You gotta be like that. So it's like, all right. So I'm gonna get this one right here. And then she's like, oh, okay, that's good choice. I said, there is no choice here. You are telling me to get this one. There's no choice. Like, what customer service has gone downhill from here. And this is literally today. So then I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. She's like, me no speak English and too much. And I was like, that's good because English is very hard. English is hard for me too. Even spelling, like some spelling is really hard for me. That's what she did. She was loud. And I was like, blink, 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 blink. So then I was like, okay, well, okay, this kid is around my car. What? He touched my car. Hold on. Oh, he got it from me. Woo! Going fucking hot. My bad, I'm going hot. Okay. See, when a person touches my car, that's it. It's game over. We're gonna fight. Don't touch my car. Whew, man, I'm ready to case some kid right now. I don't care if you're a kid or adult or anything. I will box you, bro. I will box you. Don't touch my car. So anyways. So you hear the kids. They not be rolling because I'm gonna be rolling up on them. I'm gonna be roll up on them. So yeah, guys. So I literally got confused with the lady. She's all like, oh, well, this one, and so she finally gave me my food, and she's like, you extra, you extra. And I was like, me extra? Why do I deserve extra? Is that because y'all people, like literally, y'all people do that? Why is it that? Like, that's why us Americans are stupid because we don't know how to negotiate like these people do. I guarantee you, if you negotiate like these people do, you'll be on better terms. I'm telling. I'm telling. So I get my food and I'm like, she gave me, and I have it in the kitchen. Man, I kind of felt sick. Like I have eaten squid before. I have eaten raw meat before and soups and stuff. But it's like the fact that it just doesn't taste that good and like it tastes like left out. I feel like I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. I ate the food and I filled up more on my drink because I'm like, I'm gonna be hungry as AF after this. I ate the food and that was it. I was like, ugh, I can't eat no more. I'm about to throw up. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, mind me, guys, I can eat seafood, no problem. Sometimes, it'd be funny like that. Like, it literally be funny like that. But this food did not settle well with me. I felt like I was gonna throw up. And I brought my food in my first live stream. I put it down on the sofa and I could smell it, and I was like, ugh, ugh. Like it smells so terrible. Like again, I was trying to understand the lady, and I really didn't want to go get something else. I was willing to give this place another shot, and it was horrible. It was so bad. I was like, if only things were better, and I could have went to my Chinese restaurant right here, things would have been a lot better for me. But they weren't. So I just went with the flow. I spent more than I needed to spend, but spend more. My motto again: spend more, and I gain more. So that's that. But cheese, guys, cheese. I mean, I understood to a certain extent, but I still had understanding with a person. Still had understanding, and I still invited myself to a certain area. Now, I could have easily walked out, easily. I'm like, man, this is ratchet. I'm gonna go. I was saying that to one of my texts, and I'm like, ratchet. They're like, what the heck is ratchet? And I said, well, people used to say ghetto. Oh, this area is really ghetto. You know what? Ghetto? It's just a ghetto word. So what do I say? This is ratchet. The semi to ghetto, but doesn't sound so slangy. And they're like, ratchet. That sounds like some white person would say. I'm like, well, it sounds a little bit more better than ghetto. I say all the time, I'm like, I don't want to go to this Walmart. It's so ratchet. I'm like, what the heck is ratchet? Ghetto, basically. Other slangs would say ghetto. They'd be like, I don't want to go to this Walmart. It's so ghetto. I want to go to this area. I say ratchet. That's just my preference and how it sounds. I guess it sounds a lot better and it seems a lot less worse than ghetto and so not slangy. Like, I don't even know how to put that, but jeez, guys. You will understand me? Do you understand me? Like these people say, you understood what I say? You understand? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now, guys, I've been here way too long talking to myself. Nobody else has joined. I want you to know your opinion, what your opinions are. If you stick to this whole entire video, hit that little bitty like button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.